right, let's walk through the week 73 menu. So this is our Memorial Day menu. So kind of the first menu in a while. It feels a lot like summer. We're grilling, we're making a pasta salad, a delicious, simple, fruity salad, and a really yummy dip. So we're doing a Salsa Verde grilled chicken. This is the Salsa Verde. It's essentially just herbs that's blended up with oil, capers, some vinegar. It's so delicious. It's kind of like a chimichurri, but I think it's even better. But essentially you're just grilling some chicken. I prefer the bone-in skin-on chicken because you get that really nice crispy skin, and it's just always more delicious with the bone and the skin on. And then once it's grilled, you toss it in this while it's warm, and it kind of soaks up all of that delicious flavor. And then you also have a sauce that you can put on top or serve alongside for some grilled veggies. Then we have this delicious pasta salad. It's a lemony artichoke pasta salad. So there's chopped up artichokes in here, some veggies, some romaine as well. This is left over, so it got a little wilted. I recommend prepping all the ingredients for this, but making it right before serving. Then we have a really simple fruity salad. It uses strawberries, cucumbers, and avocado, and you're just basically tossing those things with lemon and then finishing everything with some olive oil and some salt for a really simple salad. And lastly, we have this delicious white bean, broccoli, and kale and basil dip. Also really good, served with chips to have as an appetizer or a snack. So let's walk through what I would do to prep for this Memorial Day menu if I were to make everything. So nuts are optional on top of this salad. I actually am on the fence whether I prefer it with or without nuts. But if you are using nuts, then go ahead and preheat your oven and get your nuts in the oven. Next thing we want to do is cook everything we need to cook. So we've got our pasta that we can cook, and then we need to blanch, which means just like quickly boiling the broccoli and the kale for this dip. So what I would do is I would get a pot of water on the stove, and while that's coming to a boil, I'll remove the stems from my kale and get my broccoli all ready. I just use frozen broccoli because it's easier, but if you have fresh broccoli, then chop it up into florets. And then once the water's boiling, you can throw those veggies in for about 3 to 5 minutes to cook them through, and then take them out, set them aside. You could just throw them in the blender if you plan on making this ahead as well. Set the blender aside to make the sauce or the dip later. Once you take the veggies out, then you can throw your pasta in that same water, so you're kind of knocking these two things out with one pot of boiling water. Only other thing that you can cook ahead is the corn. So if you're using frozen corn, you can cook that either in boiling water or microwave it, however you like to cook your corn. You can also just use fresh corn. Seasonal raw fresh corn is really delicious. It adds a nice sweet crunchy element. So up to you. You don't have to use corn actually. You can honestly use whatever veggies you want in this salad, but that's how I would prep for it. So our broccoli and our kale is cooked, our pasta's going, we maybe cooked our corn, our nuts are in the oven. So now we have a lot of chopping that we can do to prep for this salad. You need to chop up your romaine. So like I did here, like I do with most greens, is wash and then chop them and store them in a container lined with paper towel. But then we can chop up our bell pepper, 1 bell pepper. You can drain and rinse and chop up your artichokes. I usually buy them already quartered, but sometimes the quarters are big, so I'll slice them again to make them like even thinner. And you can chop up 1 bunch of scallions. And that's all the chopping that we have to do for that salad. And for this salad, you can chop that cucumber and the strawberries ahead if you wanted to. For cucumber, if you're chopping it ahead, it's best to store it in cold water so that it stays really nice and crisp and crunchy. Don't chop up the avocado ahead of time because, as most of us know, avocados can turn brown. So save that for when you're throwing the actual salad together. And that's it for chopping. That's all the veggies we have to chop. So the only other things that you can do is you can make the dressing for the pasta salad, and you can grate the cheese for the pasta salad. And then we've got a sauce and a dip that we can make. So I would start by making the white bean dip because we have our broccoli and our kale already cooked and cooling off in the blender. So just throw that dip together, then clean out the blender, and then make the salsa verde. Both come together really fast in the blender, so they're both pretty easy dips and sauces to make. That is it for this week's prep. If you're going to a barbecue party, Memorial Day party, or if you're going camping, a lot of these recipes are friendly to make ahead. If you're going camping, for example, you could have all the components for this pasta salad ready and then just throw it together. Same with this salad, really easy to throw together if you've got everything chopped up. All you need is some olive oil and some lemon and some salt to make it. And of course, these can be made ahead and brought with you camping or to a party. But if you were to do the bare minimum for this week, this is what I would definitely do. Cook that pasta ahead. And since you're cooking the pasta, you might as well boil or blanch your broccoli and your kale for the dip. And then I would highly recommend doing all the prep for the salad, so just having everything chopped up and ready, and then also making your dip and your salsa verde ahead. Just do those things, and all you really have to do is throw the salad together. You could also make that salad dressing, that would also be helpful. So throw that salad together, and then making this salad is really easy. Even if you don't have everything chopped up, it comes together really fast. And for that grilled chicken, all you really have to do is toss it in some salt, oil, and pepper, grill it. And if you've got your salsa verde made, just toss it in the salsa verde and you've got literally the most delicious grilled chicken that I've had in a long time. So I hope you all have a really wonderful Memorial Day weekend and get to enjoy all or just some of these recipes outside with friends and family. So happy cooking.